Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's been a minute for sure. So in this one, we're going to talk about Sorare MLB. Planning on putting out a Top Shot video as well next week. So stay tuned for that one as well. For this one, though, we're talking about MLB. If you want to know kind of where I've been working on another YouTube channel around prize picks. So if you're not into prize picks, you can definitely sign up with my code down below and you get 100% deposit match. It's all players props. Focus on the NBA, but going to get into MLB content over there as well. So I'll link that channel down below. Also, if you're not into Sorare yet or Sorare MLB, you get 20 free cards or basically a full free lineup with MLB. You can actually check out my last MLB video where I drafted my common team. But for this one, we're going to talk about how I've been doing for MLB Sorare. It's actually been pretty fun, and these are my current live lineups here. And we're going to talk about my strategy and how it's been going, and maybe a few pointers if you want to get started with Sorare MLB. So basically how I got started was with the common lineups, obviously, and then I bought a full lineup of limited so I could enter those contests. And this week it's going pretty good. Last day, I think you need to get top 475 or something. Still got Perdomo, who was a really good purchase, and I just picked up Connor Joe, who had a great week, and then my stud Jimenez has been doing good as well. So pretty good week. On the commons, solid weeks, not great. This one is good. This is my main lineup. Stroman did really good. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys a little bit about my strategy here. As far as NBA, basically, I'm not playing NBA. I actually really had some good common lineups. Last round wasn't good because Lonnie Walker just didn't play for some reason. But I had some really good ones. As far as limited contender, I basically sold anyone who was worth, $3 or more that was in the playoffs when the playoffs started, because I realized I couldn't really compete. So took my profits there, sold a bunch of Sixers, Celtics, those kind of teams that, I didn't really have a chance. So that was my strategy with NBA, is just to sell the playoff guys, and then I kind of just held my other guys. I guess I wasn't able to sell Jaren Jackson soon enough, though. We could take a look at my limited cards. So basically my strategy was to fill out an entire lineup and purchase up for one big stud. And that guy that I went with was Eloy Jimenez. He's been pretty good. He sat out for injury a few times already, which has sucked, but overall he's been good. So I recommend just getting a stud in there. Solid performances here. I did pay $20 for it, and he's going for between 8 and 10 now, which isn't great. He's helped me win 2 limited so far is what I've won in limited contests. I sold one, and then Stone Garrett was my other reward, who I've been using a little bit because I've had some more injuries, and he's been okay. So decent reward there, and it's a rookie card. I don't know if rookies really matter, but essentially my strategy was to fill out a roster with capable everyday starters and one stud in Jimenez, and then some guys with some high upside. So I took 2 pitchers that I thought had a high upside. The first was Michael, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, Kopech maybe. You can see I bought him for $258, and he is now selling between, I guess somewhere I bought him for 10, but between like $6 and $11. So he's been solid. And so has Clevinger on the White Sox as well, but now he got injured. Robles was a great buy too, but he got injured as well. So he's not back. He hasn't played since May 7th, but he was a surprise as well. So now let's just go build a lineup. So the top 470 win. You can see they've added some more to these contests. So you got the Sandlot that they added here with $500. And then they got Limited Pro, American League, and National League contests. So it's kind of diluted, this contest. Makes it a little easier to win now. And then they still have the 2 common contests where you have a chance to win rewards. So let's look at the limited all-star, and it'll kind of tell you how I set up my limited cards and the strategy around that. Kopech and Clevinger are both White Sox pitchers, and Clevinger's hurt right now, but basically I wanted guys that were staggered in the rotation, so every week I would have a probable pitcher. That's what PP means, so it's probable that he's going to start in one of these games in this game week contest. And it was like flip-flopping. So one week Clevinger was pitching, one week Kopech was pitching, and I wanted them on the same team so that would happen a lot, so I would never really be without a starting pitcher. And then I like playing starting pitchers in my utility spot as well because they can easily get a lot of points. So I found this guy Nick Pivetta, and I kind of like him because he is listed as a starting pitcher, but now he's a reliever. So he'll come in. You can see 9, 19, 15. He's done, in the past 3 weeks, which is pretty solid scores. And you could play him as a utility, or if your two other starters aren't pitching, you could throw him in there, and he's probably going to get an appearance every week. So that's why I like him. You could also go this route and just have him because he's likely to get an appearance every single game week because he is a reliever, so he doesn't need as much time off. So that was my strategy with the starting pitchers. For relief pitchers, I also have two because one of my guys got injured, so I picked up another. You can get cheap relief pitchers that are even closers, and they can put up some really big points numbers. Like you could see 3 games in a row, Pochi pitched, which is nice. So you can use a relief pitcher in that spot, and then also in utility too, because this is a huge 3-game stretch, 3 games in a row. He got 32 in 3 games, so they can put up some huge numbers. So I do like relief pitchers too. Hitters are definitely going to be more hit or miss on their scores. So let's just go build a lineup here. I'm dealing with some injuries too. I'm going to go with Kopech, probable pitcher, relief pitcher, Pochi, and then Santana's hurt, so I picked up Connor Joe for cheap, and he had a massive week, 7, 15, 25. So that was a really good pickup. I think I got him for like $2, so really cheap deals out here. Perdomo is another guy that I picked up for cheap. He had a terrible week, but he's been a really good player and surprise. And then my star basically here is Jimenez. He's only got an 8 cap right now, but caps don't even matter, but he's put up some big numbers. So this is kind of where my lineup gets weak. I really need Robles or Santana back because they were doing pretty well. And like Stone Garrett, Juan Yepez, and Jace Peterson and Tony Kemp are pretty bad. So this is a spot I could upgrade. You can see Tony Kemp got a lot of DNPs and like 2 and 0. Peterson at least plays more, but he's had some really bad games. And then Yepez has a lot of DNPs, and so does Stone Garrett. So I'd rather go with Peterson and hope, he breaks out or something. And then for my flex, Fulmer, he was the closer, but I don't think he's the closer now, but he still pitches about once per week. Or I could go Pivetta here, and I'd rather go Pivetta. He's just been, playing a lot better. So that's what I would do for my lineup. Yeah, so my overall strategy is just buy enough cards to get one team out there of everyday players, which I still have right now, barely, because Peterson is on the fence of being that. And then I went with 1 star in Jimenez and some upside guys. Perdomo, 231 I paid, and he's selling for a lot more. So Perdomo paid off as a purchase early in the season. So does Kopech, and everyone else is pretty average right now. Yeah, so my overall strategy right now is just to put out a lineup every week and then see how it goes from there. I've won 2 limited rewards so far. Hopefully I can win one this week if Perdomo does something in this game tonight. He's probably going to need like 20 in this game tonight for me to win a reward, but they've added new contests, and it's been a lot of fun. Got me back into MLB stuff. And then it's really hard to win a limited in the commons, but fun to play anyways, and you could quickly build up your common roster. You're going to start just being able to enter one contest, and quickly you're going to have enough to enter the common all-star, and you could swap cards like if you don't have enough positions, it's pretty easy to swap for good players and keep having competitive lineups out there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, definitely check out my other channel about prize picks. Sign up for Sorare, and I'll catch you guys in another video where I'm going to probably put out a Top Shot video next week.